Hi Pisces. Today you might have felt like really in your mental space and thinking about many things about your life, about a particular relationship, about where you're going, who are you doing what you're doing the way you want? Is it truly deep inside aligned with the manner in which you want to do things? There's this sense of needing to communicate, dialogue, especially when it comes to how you are emotionally, how you feel, to a particular person, to a friend, depending on your situation. But inspire, heart, dialogue is coming through with the indigo child. Action, passion, community. So Pisces, there's this sense of you often staying silent when you shouldn't. Silence is good, but there's also a need for standing your ground. And to stand your ground, people will not hear you if you don't speak up. Pisces, the fish doesn't talk, right? But we feel so much. And what we perceive, other people don't perceive of us. Our appearance when we're going through all of this internally can perhaps seem cold or detached, when actually there's so much going on. So another person will not know your needs, will not know your emotional field if you don't talk. You have the fifth chakra here, Archangel Gabriel, needing to communicate, and this being and bringing you abundance, cornucopia here. Speaking your truth, being your truth in all situations, whatever happens. Are you truly your truth all the time? Or are we lying to ourselves? You do have deception and envy here that came through. Are we allowing ourselves to live love, to accept love? Or are we feeling so insecure and so traumatized by the past that we don't feel safe when they're saying you're safe? Look at this beauty. You have, by the way, 11:11 on the clock here. I said on the clock, but there's no clock. Interesting. In the spread. On the clock. There's no emergency, Pisces. Talk to God. You're safe. As your relationship with the universe, with beyond you, become tighter, closer, you become closer to yourself, to your truth. At the cellular level, it's physical, emotional, spiritual, but it's felt. And so that's your strength. Being on the clock, doing everything like a robot, like everybody tells us you have to do this, that pressure, that stress that you might be feeling, they're saying take a breather. Don't sweat the small stuff. So as you were maybe overthinking today, it's okay, there it is like that. Sometimes it's good to ponder when you have some time alone. By the way, we have a moon in Capricorn, so then for us, Pisces, we might feel that pressure. You know, this weekend is a bit pressure. Don't sweat the small stuff when we get too much into details that perhaps our imagination that is over the board sometimes with Pisces can lead us quickly from one thought to the other. And before we know it, we are in a field that doesn't exist, that is illusion, that is fear-based, and that doesn't help us. So find the line where you're thinking, if your mind is using you, or if you're actually using your mind properly. But you're safe and talk to God is so significant, Pisces. Because that safety, that stability is only found within ourselves. It's not in a relationship. Even though there's talks to be done, there are communication to be heard and felt, especially when it comes to emotions, when it comes to not so much expectations, but saying what needs to be said simply, with no anger, no resentment, and see what happens. You cannot control another person, their actions, their lack of practice. But you can express yourself. Why not? Not that you're going to change anything. Don't expect it. But you might be surprised sometimes by opening our mouth that can change things. I'm talking about this relationship because we do have this thinking man, and in the pre-shuffle I had the thinking man and the man holding a heart, and the same with the feminine coming through. So that's interesting. But look, the thinking man came with the goddess of the moon, which is you, Pisces. And this is the high priestess energy. We saw that yesterday, right? The high priestess, very strong. But you know what? The high priestess is very secretive. It doesn't say much. Also very mysterious. And you might be a mystery also for this man, for this thinking masculine. You might be such a mystery that it's hard for them to understand you. So communicate, Pisces. Doesn't mean that they will understand you really, truly. But why not? Maybe. So have the courage. You have the third chakra here, solar plexus, Archangel Chamuel. Have the courage to step up, to be confident. And to not fall into comparison, to not fall into this envy mode. There could be jealous people around. There could be maybe this issue of jealousy when it comes to relationships, or thinking the worst, right, of what could happen. Where really there's nothing here that shows that. What they're saying here is that your journey, there could be travel involved here, but the true journey is spiritual, door to spirit here. Once you open the door here to spirit, to the universe, you get closer, talk to God, refine that relationship with God, with the universe, with this force higher than ourselves. There's no label or word to really say what it is. Your higher self, your transcendent self. Once you truly find that connection deeper, tight, really tight, like your best friend, again, this will move you forward in a positive way. You have positive movement forward here. And I really do feel that you are still going through this energy of, you have the angel of love here. So there is love. There is a man that truly loves you. But we see here a little girl that has a key around her neck and doesn't want to really explore that love. That doesn't really, has fear. Really deeply ingrained fear. And this could be the two of you, actually, especially if it's a twin flame. There's a mirror happening here. There's two people who are being insecure and who are living that attachment. Attachment is not bad, right? Because if there was no feeling, no attachment, really, the attachment comes from the feeling, from that emotion. But that's okay until it becomes an identification. If you become identified with that attachment to that person, meaning, oh, I'm with that person, I'm nothing without it, or, this is my person, possession. When it becomes extreme, that's a problem. But the emotion itself is okay if you're aware of it. But here, they're saying depth of love. Again, we're talking about love 3 times here with 2 dolphins. Beautiful. Let go of fear to jump into love. Let go beyond attachments. So Pisces, this is it. This really feels like the theme here. You need to have found that love that is beyond love, really, that is beyond personal love. It is this vibration that we talk a lot about in this channel, but it's this truly blissful state and permanent state, really. It's always here. It's just that we need to really let ourselves, allow ourselves to drop into it for good, not get out of it when triggered. But when we are truly surrendered here, we are this love no matter what. So whatever the emotion of the other person, whatever the depression or rage of the other person, doesn't matter. You shine your love to the person. So when you are in that depth of love, nothing matters really. You're not like a ping pong ball on someone else's own emotions. You're more stable, you're safe into your own center of love. And that can actually bring more vibration of love from the other. So that openness, feeling free within to open your arms to accept love from someone also, comes from here. Because that other person could be giving you all the love in the world, but if you're closed off, if you're like paranoid about it, you might never feel it. And that's the tragedy. Why not once and for all jump in, like they're saying, let go of fear to jump into love. Let yourself live that love. What could be the worst that can happen? If you live from love and you're like a beautiful flower blooming, open, open, open. All that can happen is that if the other person is really closed off, that love is not reciprocated, but this love doesn't expect love in return. And so this love is so high that it will vibrate with the right person, with the right love, the same resonance. Or it will inspire this person and elevate it. But what is the most important is that you, Pisces, allow yourself to experience that love. And I know it's not easy. It's an ongoing process of practicing every moment and being aware. But I really feel life wouldn't be worth living without that love. Quit thinking that everything has to be difficult and painful. Maybe the love is right here in front of you. Maybe you are living with a person that actually loves you in this way. But sometimes there are misunderstandings. That's where the communication comes from. But you do have surrender here. Remain positive about the future of our planet, but this could be your situation as well. For all is part of humanity's evolution. There's a divine order to all the chaos which you perceive in our world. It could be the chaos in your life at this time. Nothing will ever truly change until we learn to love and accept all as it is. Lovingly surrender your judgments and expectations, and your life will magically transform. Letting go, Pisces. Open up. Surrender that inner child that is still crying, suffering. Tell him it's okay. Tell her it's okay. You're here now. You're conscious. You are love now. itself. You can heal from inside. And all that guilt, you have guilt here. You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love. See, you're not a ping pong ball. Regardless of what you've done, or what you think you've done, or you've failed to do, from your soul's perspective, there's neither right nor wrong. Every experience in life is here to help you expand your awareness of love so that you may embrace ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong, Pisces. You've done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong, Pisces. So quit trying to be the best mother. Quit trying so hard, fighting so hard to be the best partner, the best sister, brother. How about you just be yourself, Pisces, for once? You have your doorways into now, letting go of the warrior. And that's what it is. When we're trying so hard, we are like fighting with the masculine energy. At this time, we need to get into the feminine, allowing, receiving. Pisces energy right now. Neptune, Jupiter. Allow. Take a breather if needed. Space. And everything bit by bit. Take your time and don't get overwhelmed, just a little bit. You have stepping stones. Take the next step. Let go of the old paradigm. Take the next step. It's just one step, Pisces. One step. Some of you might be dealing with some addictions or something you want to quit, you know, smoking, whatever. It's not easy. You have detox here. Again, talk to God. Find the light within. It just requires a week of more meditation, more light within you, more being in the now with yourself, a tighter connection with your higher self. And you will see how easy it is. It's not that hard. It's not a fight. It's more of that surrender of allowing. As you need to also not fight yourself or fight the other person in love, but allow more. Because you might be feeling an emotional withdrawal a little bit, and that's where you need to speak up. You can't keep everything in, Pisces. You do that too much. This over-sacrifice, why? Why, Pisces? You need to change that. Change the game. Be only your truth here, and you will triumph. Laser focus, charging forward. Chariot energy. You will triumph. If you are your truth, only your truth. Authentic, you. Don't be so afraid of the future, even if you don't know what is going to happen. It might be better than you thought. You have positive movement forward here. New beginnings. Rejoice in celebration. There's only celebration, Pisces. Community. New beginnings, the Fool. You need to take that jump, though. Like a kid. Jump into love. Without the fear. Be yourself. Open up. Because look what is waiting for you. Material and spiritual prosperity. By the way, we have a lot of sixes, which has to do with balance, with harmony. This can be part of your life, Pisces, but you need to let it in. If you contracted, always in fear, insecurity, all of that, you're blocking your energy. You're not moving and flowing, surrendering, allowing. It is truly fear and love. Love is allowing, relaxation. Fear is contracting, stopping the energy, blocking it. So love is beyond what we call love. And the beautiful thing is that when you're higher than love, when you're in this higher love, the human love happens in a harmonious way. But you need to be able to recognize it, remember? You could have right in front of your nose, a person might be the one who's loving you, and you're not seeing it, you're not feeling it because you're blocking yourself from it, from fear. And the two of you might be playing that game. It's not a game, but it's kind of chasing its own tail. And when there's so much love that could be right now experienced, if only the two beings relaxed a little bit and just allowed it to be moment by moment by moment. That's all. It's more simple. Yeah? And Pisces, let's finish with those beautiful cards here. You have cosmic circles, create sacred space, embrace unlimited possibilities. So creating that space within you is exactly this breathing, this relaxation that opens up your channels physically, emotionally, and you will feel more peaceful, more allowing. And not so much in the mental space like maybe you were perhaps today, where it's so much, you're stopping. A thought is a kind of a block, right? Because you're thinking one thing. When you're not thinking, when it's the heart open, the insights that come intuitively, more in the high priestess mode, are vaster, like we were seeing in the reading yesterday. They are not blocked by logical framework. You got the crystal child, and then there's 6 here. Your natural core, pure, innocent, removing falsehood, the seer. That's this falsehood we're seeing here, the deception. Being your own mask. Are you being you, Pisces, truly? Natural, pure, innocent. Innocent love, right? The love of a kid is, it doesn't fear that it's gonna go. It's right here, it's here. It's actually, it's the expression of life, really. Right? Star connection, guidance from the stars, galactic self, unified field. The unified field is like we are no longer in duality, right? We are one. When we say one, it's that we're actually living from that heart space where we're not dividing everything, analyzing everything, putting on judgments, expectations, bad, good, yes, no. We're just allowing, just living in the now. And that allows guidance from the stars to come in, guides, because you have this closeness of the universe. You are nurturing this close relationship within you. And then finally, Pisces, look at this beauty. Light language with this beautiful lotus open like this. Number 6 again. Universal language of oneness, of love. Listen with your heart, Pisces. But to listen with your heart, you need to allow it. Allow the heart to express itself, to be, to just be, and not repress it in all situations. Yeah, Pisces? So, all is well, Pisces. You're safe. Let's accept love, and all should be good. I love you. Please do take care. See you tomorrow.